In this session, let's talk about how to install Git CLI package on your workstation. For example, as a developer, I'm working on my local system in order to push the changes or to pull the changes into the GitHub repository. But before that, I need to install a package, which we call it as Git CLI package. On Windows operating system, it is a Git bash. As an application, you have to deploy it. How we can search for that? In the browser, just type git install. You can see the official document, downloads. Here we have to select Windows. Now, based on the operating system architecture, we have to pick the setup. In my scenario, I have to go for standalone installer 64-bit. Let me select that. It will start downloading it. Save it in the system. Once it got downloaded, we have to install it. Select the package, accept, and then continue. Next, next, next. No need to change any options. You have to just click on next, next, next. That's all. Once it is done, it will start installing the package on your system. This is what we have to do on Windows operating system. Then only we can execute Git CLI commands. Now once it is done, I want to launch the Git bash. Or you can just uncheck this particular box and say finish. With this, our setup was done. Now if I need to access Git CLI commands, I have to open the application. Just search with Git. Here you can see the application called Git bash. And now let me enlarge this on a full screen and you can see. Here we can just execute Git CLI commands. Done. Now, what about Linux operating system? In the recent versions of Linux operating system, you take any flavor, Git will be installed by default. If it is not available, you have to execute a command in order to install the package. For example, let us say I'm using Ubuntu operating system. Let me show you whether the package is available or not. If it is not available, how we are going to install it. I have this virtual machine with Ubuntu operating system installed, and the version what I'm using is 24.04 as of today. Once virtual machine has been booted, we need to log in and then we have to verify the package. Now we can see the login screen. Just type the username password. Now I have logged in. Then you can run the command dpkg -l pipe grep git. You can see the package is installed by default, which is 2.43.0. If it is not available, you have to install it. In those conditions, what you are supposed to do, since it is a test user and it is a sudo user, or else you can switch to the root user. It is up to you. Since he is a sudo user, you have to execute a command sudo and then apt install git. This is the command what you have to execute in order to install Git package on Debian family operating systems. If it is a Red Hat family operating systems, you need to run yum install and the package name is Git. Let me provide the password. Since it is already installed, you can see Git is already the latest version, which is 2.43.0. If you want to verify it, git -version. From this, we can confirm the Git CLI package was installed on Linux operating system. Same with the Windows operating system, it is running as an application. Now, this is the CLI what I will use in order to interact with the CLI commands of Git. This is all about this particular session. Thank you.